Hello guys, I am here at this pump tank now, and everything was good up until this point. We had brass going. What we had here was a 3/4 inch gate valve, and I am anti-gate valve on domestic water. So what I'm putting in here is 3/4 inch union, a couple of brass nipples, 3/4 male bipex adapter, and of course the famous 3/4 inch ball valve. Can't stress them enough. So we're going to put some Teflon on this and get the show on the road. Now, some of the Teflon, try and stick to. If you can see through the Teflon, the stuff is junk. So you can almost tell by the fixture, by the feel of it, what it's like. So this stuff here is pretty good quality. So and remember, when you're putting your Teflon on, go into the threads with it. Next, our union's going to go on there. I'm going to have a 3/4 close nipple brass. It's pretty quite tight quarters that I'm in here. In fact, it's very tight quarters. I got a freezer that I'm leaning up against right now. So. The ground joint unions, you don't need any Teflon on them. Usually, from time to time, if you have a leak, you can, and they won't tighten up. There's no sense in over tightening them and actually stretching the nut. So you can use a little Teflon on the face, but for the most part, you don't have to worry about that. So our ground joint. When I say you go into the threads with the Teflon, there's the male adapter. And once you make that first wind around with the Teflon, you have it hooked, and you have the piece that you started with hooked, and you're all set. So that's it. It's as simple as it gets. Famous ball valve. Gotta love it. That union looks like it's a little off center, but anyway. I always use a hole back wrench whenever I'm tightening anything into a threaded fitting. And we are going to, actually what I'm going to do here is use my fork bead. I'll tighten up the union. And then we'll just turn the whole thing. For the most part, I think we'll undo this handle here as well. That's something else with ball valves. I know they can possibly leak on you out of the packing, and there is a little packing nut here. I'll just show you that. From time to time they will leak, and as I bring it around, I'll show you exactly what you would tighten. Doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. So right here, this is the packing nut, and if you do get any water dripping out of here, it's just a matter of tightening this nut down ever so slightly. I have to move because I'm all cramped up. Alright, so it's time to tighten this down. And this is just about it. So this is a 12-inch crescent that I have. And you do not need a big wrench or anything like that to tighten up 3/4. Because it is possible that you can end up splitting the valve or fitting, because brass is relatively soft, so to keep that in mind. Some metals will stretch easily. Brass is one of them. So, all tightened down. Just going to put that valve handle back on. Permanently shut off water. My pump switch is right there, and I'm just going to give that a turn as soon as I have that set. So, shut the drain off. There's going to be a little noise. And there we have it. One thing I do whenever I drain the tank down like this as well, there's a drain down here. I'll just give that a blast just to get rid of the dirt, because there will be some sediment that becomes loose by shutting your system down. It'll actually come off of the fittings and that. That's it. I'm going to do the exact same thing on top of the hot water tank. Go with the union, the valve, and so on. So, we're moving on. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with this, but I'm just making up the header for the top of the hot water tank. We got a line going to the sink, shower, bath and shower, and the rest of the basins. So, I'm trying to make it as evenly as possible, the pieces, and this little clamp here, the board on the wall, I'll show you in a few minutes. So I put a board on the wall, just take these clamps, put them all on the wall, drop the header right in place, and we're all set. So I'm just going to fire this together. So here we have our freshly painted wall. With a piece of strapping across the back side of it. I'm going to put that header, that hot water header here. And there it is. I made it up. I think by now everybody knows what the crimping's all about. So I have a 90 on top here, and I'm just going to mount this header on a piece of wood, hopefully without getting a slab of pecs in the eye. I got a straight edge over there to go by. Relatively straight. 38 5/8. Should be pretty decent. I've taken the 90 and took my level. No laughing at this level either. It's got more miles on it than Dick Tracy. So, it'll keep us. So square. Like that. So I know the top of the stainless is roughly where that has to be, so a little eye on it, and that will be the center of the header. Take one out. Cross here like so. I think that's pretty easy. And I have these little brackets that I mentioned before. They are the cat's pajamas. This kind of stuff. I'll show you what they're all about. There's so many different types of clamps out there now. It's simply amazing. But these, of course, you put those marks. I will push the clamp. There's the clamps that I had spoke about earlier. They are the cat tush. I just think they're fantastic. Now they're saying metric, but anyway, it's 2023. I still classify it as in the 3/4 inch pipe range, and I think these are. I have a smaller one here. It's 17-19 mils, and anyway, the metric system's in Canada. I know it's not in the States, but anyway, this is what they classify it as, and I classify it as 3/4 and 1/2 inch. So the way these work, it's a header I made up. This is a 90 facing out. They have three. I'll show a close view with them. Here you can see they have three different distances where they hook, and if it's not tight there, you can just pull it in. But I must say, you just can't. Why I use that 1/2 inch, for example, is you cannot just put a 3/4 there because it actually won't hold. So I'm just going to lock them down. Sometimes they're a little stiff. And they do expand pretty good. That one should go. I know it's going to be tight. It looks tight. There we go. So I centered this up, measured off the side wall over there, and now I'm just going to run a pipe. I'm going to bring 4 lines down, say for the kitchen sink, shower, bath and shower upstairs, and the other ones for the remainder of the house. So as I'm plugging along here, I'll just give you a glimpse of what's taking place. Anyway, so with this header and these clamps, one thing about them too, they can also, you can roll the pipe with them. You can insulate, actually get insulation in behind them as well. They're ideal for that as far as keeping it off the wall a little bit. And a lot of people look at that today as far as their energy thing. You know what I do? In and in. thing about this rig. Certainly strengthens up the forearms. That tank has a little shake on it. It's on a platform. Because if you're going to drain your hot water tank and it's on the floor, you're going to have a hard time getting all the water to the tank. So it's on a 6-inch platform there. And that's it. So here's a little shot of the hot water heater. And I use brass unions. Our tanks don't last long. Pretty disappointed. And this one is a brand new tank. Hole in the other one, not that old. So anyway, there's the header. And they roll up. And you can keep PEX reasonably straight. No matter what anybody says. There's the bends, and I used 3/4 J clamps there. So they were a little heavier, and the support bend was a little thicker, so it brought the pipe down off the joist. So anyway, there are my 4 feeds headed out. And one's for the sink, one's for the shower downstairs, one's for the shower and tub upstairs. The other one is for the rest of the fixtures. And anyway, that's it. We're moving on. So I've turned the water back on, filled the hot water tank, and the system is back up and running. Checked all the joints. Everything looks good. And this is what it's all about. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.